My name is CatAttack123, and this is your weekly gaming recap for June 24th through the 29th of 2013. Let's get started. Square Enix has announced that Dragon Quest will be coming to PC for the first time. Dragon Quest Rise of the Five Tribes will be coming to laptops and computers on September 28th. JRPGs, enough said. Not my thing, but hopefully you guys will enjoy it. Last week, Square Enix announced that they would be making changes to the management of their European and North American studios. This announcement follows the news of Square Enix's incredible loss of $138 million the last fiscal year, and unfortunately layoffs of many of the Square Enix's studios, including their UK studio, as part of corporate reconstruction, as they put it. Unfortunately, layoffs are something the industry is faced with every year, and of course it is always sad to see stuff like that. Best of luck to anybody that was laid off at Square Enix. We wish you the best. David Gallagher will now be overseeing Square Enix's European and North American studios. Let's move on to Steam news. Remember those little cards you used to get and you were like, what are those things? It was called a trading card because Steam likes trading cards and they like hats, because that's Steam. But anyways, Valve has confirmed that Wednesday the 26th of June, which has already passed if you're listening to this, Steam cards are now official. They will be here forever, and they will always be here to trade for more exotic hats and TF2 items. But if you want to learn more, there's always a frequently asked question thread on Steam that explains more about the cards. Link is in the description. Everybody loves Valve and some Gabe Newell news. Valve announced that those that created items for Dota 2 and TF2 can now give a percentage of what they earned from the in-game sales of those items to those who helped make them. So basically, say your friend helped skin an item for Team Fortress 2 and you created the model for it, you can divide the profits in half and give your friend half, and you can take half yourself. It's kind of a marketing thing that Valve is doing, very interesting, but it is also very generous of Valve because Valve is basically giving all the money to you. I think it's an 80 or a 70% cut that you get from the items that you make in the Steam Workshop. I'm not entirely sure about that, but I'm pretty positive. But anyways, it's really cool that the Valve do this, and hopefully we can see more things like this in the future. Saints Row 4 is now banned in Australia. Pretty much, anyways. You could still own it, but they're just not selling them and it can't be displayed publicly. Sadly, the division that regulates video games in Australia has classified Saints Row 4 as interactive visual depictions of implied sexual violence which are not justified by context, along with elements of prescription drugs used in insensitive or rewards. Yeah, because purple giant dildos slapping guys in the face and taking candy for drugs is totally real life and affects your real life. Unfortunately, Saints Row 4 will not be released in Australia for a public release. You can still buy it through Steam, but you cannot display it in public and you cannot sell it in public, unfortunately. So best of luck to our Australian viewers. Routine has released an alpha gameplay trailer where it takes place on the moon and you're basically stuck there and there's spooky stuff happening and it's spooky because you're on the moon and nobody can save you on the moon. But it is being developed by 4 people and looks extremely impressive graphically. I'm definitely interested in this and how it will turn out. Watch Dogs is watching you. Seriously, no, I'm kidding. They're not actually watching you. But Watch Dogs, the video game where you are a protagonist who likes to hack stuff and hack a lot of things, released a website called wearedata.watchdogs.com, where you can click on Paris, Berlin, and London, because apparently the US is out of the equation, and you can look at statistical data, you can look at cell phone towers, and you can look at the percentage of the population is unemployed and stuff like that, that creepy stuff where Big Brother is watching you. That kind of creeps me out. But anyways, if you want to check out the website, links is in the description. Todd has left the building, sadly. Bethesda has confirmed to IGN that Todd Hollenshead, the head of ID Software, has left the company after 17 years with being the company. He served as the CEO and joined back in 1996, as well as hosted the QuakeCon events. God bless his hair, his epic, epic hair. And we wish the best of luck to him. TrackMania 2 is coming in July. Originally it was supposed to come out in May, and then it got postponed to June, and now it's officially coming out in July. It's going to have 65 single-player tracks, as well as the multiplayer mode, which is outrageously insane, where you can drive and do vertical jumps and you can do 360s in air, and it's crazy. It's just outrageously crazy. It's totally fun, so I totally recommend you for picking it up in the future. It is a very pretty game, though, for the amount of craziness that is in the game. Totally recommend you picking it up. Reminds me a lot of Hot Wheels. Hot Wheels, my childhood. Microsoft has announced that DirectX 11.2 is only coming for Windows 8.1 and Xbox One. Wow, that is such a big fail, and that's horrible. What about Windows 7? What about PlayStation? What about everything? Microsoft, you're shooting yourself in the foot again. Anyways, it will be coming out whenever they feel like it. There's no release date included for this update, but it will be out before the year is out, more than likely. I'm assuming when the Xbox One is released is when they will release this. And sadly, it's still not going to make me update to Windows 8, because Windows 7 is probably the best of the best, and I'll never upgrade to Windows 8, ever. Ever! Satellite Rain is happening, or at least the game is up on Kickstarter now. 30 days to go, and it's already over 15% of the way at this moment. The developer, by a company called 5 Live Studio, is making a real-time class-based strategy game set in an open-world cyberpunk city. Wow, that's a mouthful to say. Their team consists of only a handful of employees, but their experience comes from all sorts of games: LA Noire, GTA 4, Darksiders 2, and yep, even the Syndicate games. Wow. This is pretty freaking cool. Syndicate Wars, do you remember how awesome that game was? Ah, the memories. Anyways, go pledge. Their Kickstarter link is in the description. I want to thank you guys for watching this week's weekly wrap-up for June 24th through the 29th of 2013. As always, my name's CatAttack123, and you've just been filled in with your gaming news for the week. Be sure to check out pixeljudge.com for more info and articles daily. See you guys later.